Hi. So I'm going to read the definition. Oh, by the way, subscribe to my official YouTube channel and go to my website, www.SusanMeeLing.com. Look around and see a whole bunch of stuff there. So I'm going to read the definition of delusional and martyr because it is of extreme importance. So, Bell has been wrong. So, according to Merriam-Webster, delusion is a belief that is not true or a false idea or belief that has been caused by mental illness. The full definition of delusion is the act of deluding, the state of being deluded, something that is falsely or delusively believed or propagated, such as propaganda. The persistent, false, psychotic belief regarding the self or persons or objects outside the self that is maintained despite the indisputable evidence to the contrary. Also, the abnormal state marked by such beliefs. See other examples that you can find online very easily. And examples of delusion are, he has delusions about how much money he can make at that job. He is living under the delusion that he is incapable of making mistakes. She is under the delusion that we will finish on time. As the illness progressed, his delusions took over and he had violent outbursts. The origin of the word delusion is from Middle English, from late Latin delusion, delusio, from deludere. First known use is in the 15th century. Now going into the word of martyr, a person who is killed or suffers greatly for a religion and or cause, etc. A person who pretends to suffer or who exaggerated suffering in order to get praise or sympathy, and or a person who suffers greatly from something, such as an illness. The full definition of a martyr is a person who voluntarily suffers death as the penalty of witnessing and refusing to renounce a religion. A person who sacrifices something of great value and especially life itself for the sake of principle. A victim, especially a great or constant sufferer, such as asthma. Which is irony, because today is the 24th of November 2020, and there's that whole, wearing a mask thing. So the origin of martyr in Middle English is from Old English, late Latin, and Greek, martyr, martyr's witness, and the first known use is in the 12th century. The meaning for the word martyr is someone who undergoes a major trauma, injury, and or transformation causing grave pain and chaos. The true definition of martyr, ultimately, is summarized by the wish to prevent the turmoil, confusion, and hurt from ever occurring to any other individual, or hope in some cases. In describing a martyr, the individual seeks restitution for the suffering through prevention, offering solutions. Now, my own personal notations that I've written, though I would not constitute myself into the above average individual who would have the classification of a martyr, I will admit I would never wish or hope the slightest bit of pain that I have suffered onto my children, or as I have suffered. As much as I despise, I could not do much to assist my children in certain references and to prevent the pain and confusion the two of them have undergone. At the same time, I cannot honestly wish or hope for the chaotic existence that my son, my daughter, and I have had, individually and together as a family, upon the most soulless of individuals, because it does hurt way too much. And sleeping has been difficult, even as a menial task. And looking into one's eyes in the mirror does sometimes cause physical pain of mind to worsen. However, the definition of delusional breaks down to an individual who falsely believes as truth they are and or have prophetic powers. Though I do not claim, nor have I claimed, to have ESP, magical powers, or any other supernatural form in and or around me, I also can't deny certain things. I only landed at the bottom of the ocean in a few places. Anyway, in my opinion, some ways, in that own right, it could be considered delusional in regards to the definition of in reference to the stuff that I have seen from other people. Yeah, I've seen a lot of delusional people over the years. Maybe that's why my headaches and migraines have gotten so bad in certain references. I can at least kind of make that joke. But hey, there's like a whole bunch of people who do all that they can to actually inform others. It's whether or not the ones who are under the delusional aspects decide to open their eyes and pay attention. Yeah, that's pretty much how that goes. However, for the purposes, I utilize the term delusional because even though I know I am nothing considered unique or a special snowflake, I am definitely not a special snowflake. I might be special in some ways, but I am definitely not a special snowflake. I do believe all individuals have intended purpose in this life. I will allow my words as well as my actions be up for judgment from all those who are free from negative actions and words to decide whether the delusional and or martyr works within the experiences described. So, you know, what is the saying? That's the equivalent of ye without sin cast the first stone, right? That's the equivalent of what that essentially translates to, which is irony in quite a few ways. But anyway, so you guys go and subscribe to my official YouTube channel. Go to my website, www.SusanMeeLing.com, and share the video. You guys have a good one.